Hello, welcome back to the channel. Very calm intro because it's currently getting later and it's getting close to Wrestlemania and I haven't recorded this yet, so I need to record it quickly. So it's not going to be as waffly as the one with NXT TakeOver, which was up on the channel the other day. Go watch that with the predictions of that. There'll be an overview thing of the entire week after the week's over, which we done in a couple of days. That will also have Ethan's predictions in it because I haven't got them off him yet, but he'll do them after the first night of WrestleMania, but before the second, because he doesn't like watch wrestling anyway, so it's fine if he predicts it afterwards. He ain't gonna know one. I'll just give him the list of things he guesses, simple as that. So that will happen. Quick shout out to the part of the channel, to Hemp Health, amazing product. Yeah, so there's that. The first bit of predictions, spoiler alert, didn't go too well for us. I think it's 9 out of 12 or something like that. Not great, but hopefully WrestleMania will pull it back for us. MSK, I was right but wrong because I just didn't think they'd give the win to them. But anyway, let's get into the WrestleMania predictions because that's what you're here for. First match of the night, Lashley, Drew McIntyre. Starting off the pay-per-view, weird one, but I think I know why. You want the big pop to start the thing, which Drew winning the title is going to be the big pop. The fans are going to be mad anyway. First event back, and that's the way I do it. Drew didn't get his pop last year when he beat Brock, so he's going to do it this year by beating Bobby, but I don't think it's an idea for him to beat Bobby. Build Bobby as a monster, as champion, you could build it. Drew winning it for the third time, not as big as it would have been. Even if it was the second, but you watered it down by Randy pinning him and taking the belt from just to win it back. It's a lot of stupid shit. But yeah, I've got to go with Drew in this one. It's academic, really, as much as I'd want Lashley. Drew is the first British-born British-born champion, and he's going to do it again. And there's going to be a massive pop for it, obviously. Second match of night one is Naomi and Lana versus Mandy Rose and Dana Brooke versus the Riot Squad versus Natalia Tina versus Carmella and Billie Kay. Winner gets a match on the night 2 for the Women's Tag Team Championships. I'll do what I did with the whole North American Gauntlet. So the winner of this, I'm going to go with Natalia and Tamina, as much as I want Riot Squad because they deserve it. They're the only real team in this, and they've been a team there for years. They deserve to win the belts, but they're not going to because they're trying to push Natalia and Tamina as this thing, good team, and a big force. So my money's on them to win it. So yeah, Natalia and Tamina are going to win it, sadly. As much as I'd like to see Riot Squad win for all their efforts as a tag team before the titles even came into the thing. Bit shit. And then tomorrow they're going to go and beat Shayna and Nia. They're going to do the big one. They're going to get the big win at Wrestlemania and start their reign. That's probably going to be as shit as Nia and Shayna. But Nia and Shayna made it work. Two things that they just couldn't be put into the title scene, put them as a tag team, and they dominated it and they made it look good. And then Natalia and Tamina are going to beat them. Where you go with Nia and Shayna, split them up, opposite brands, make them go for a title, make them fight each other, a lot of different things, but they're not keeping the belts for sure. Now, third match of the card, the tag team titles are on the line, the Raw Tag Team Championships, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, the New Day, or what's left of it, versus AJ Styles and debuting Omos. Omos has been a monster since having his entire thing here. He was the bodyguard for Shane McMahon's Raw Underground. Don't know why they got rid of that, it was good. And then he became AJ's bodyguard and he did a great job of that. Some amazing moments with him doing that. And the Elimination Chamber stuff especially and stuff like that. So yeah, my money's on Omos and AJ Styles. Omos is going to get his big WrestleMania win on his debut and do what that 10-year-old did a couple of years ago with Braun Strowman and win the Raw Tag titles on his debut, and that 10-year-old just obviously had to relinquish the belts, which was a bit of shit. I don't think that was the right decision to do what they did, but this one is AJ Styles Omos to the tag titles, and Styles has not won a tag team championship in WWE, so I think this will make him a Grand Slam champion, so it makes sense that they're going to do this. Next match on the card, it's Braun Strowman, Shane McMahon. Braun Strowman standing up for all the people who've been bullied just another Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss thing. The bullying thing is good, like, yeah, stand up to bullies, but do we need it? No. Do we want it? No. Braun vs Shane isn't going to be a good match inside a steel cage. Maybe you're going to see some mad spots. Shane's going to do something stupid. Braun's going to throw him, just batter him and stuff like that. So yeah, Braun's going to win it because the whole bullying thing, and because he's versus Shane McMahon. Shane can't beat Braun at WrestleMania. That would kill off Braun Strowman as the Monster Among Men. They've already done that from him, going from the Monster Among Men to the man who stands up for bullies, against bullies. Bit stupid, but it makes sense, and I've got to go with Braun Strowman. Then, I'm kind of falling off the chair. I'm doing this real quick. I've realised I'm not going to spend much time on the storylines, but there's not really much to Shane Braun. It's just not one of them, and most of the ones so far there isn't really much to it. Apart from the World Tag Team titles, I've got to say, but I'd have rather seen, because the New Day only does transitional to lose the belts here. I wish they would keep on the Hurt Business, get the Hurt Business together, but that's something else. WrestleMania, Hurt Business, New Day, AJ, Omos, titles, ladder match. Omos and AJ could have done a big show in Jericho, but made it work when the ladder wasn't needed. They just picked him up and got the belts. And that would have been good, but they didn't go for it. That's what it is. Anyway, tonight, another one. Damian Priest and Bad Bunny, Puerto Rico's finest, take on The Miz and John Morrison. Going to be a good match. I actually think it is. People have been talking about them. Like, there's been lots of rumours that the Bad Bunny is actually good in the ring. Haven't seen him yet. Haven't seen much. He hit a very stiff punch on Miz this week or last week on Raw. But this was a one-on-one noted tag team. I think that's a good idea, because I don't know if the Miz could carry Bad Bunny on his own, and Damian Priest and John Morrison add dynamic, and I think that's good. And Bad Bunny on his debut's got to win. That's obvious. And Damian Priest, WrestleMania debut, what do I do? He's going to get the win here. Morrison, I would like to see him win a match, but he ain't going to win this. Just, yeah, I think Bad Bunny and Priest are right. And this is one of the best storylines on TV. I think they've been building up a while, and they've made it work well. It's weird because it shouldn't be worked so well, but it works well, and I think no matter what happens to Bad Bunny after this, he's done well. He's done amazing. He's got in the wrestling ring so much respect to him for that, and he's hopefully going to put on a massive main event WrestleMania match. It's going to be good. Don't know how good, but good on him either way. So yeah, I'm going to go with Team Puerto Rico, Damian Priest and Bad Bunny. Then the match that's going to steal the card. It's going to steal the card, and this is the time for them to push Cesaro, I think, into the atmosphere, out of the atmosphere, push him very hard. Cesaro, Seth Rollins, and Seth Rollins can't really win here. This has got to be the push for Cesaro. This got to be it. Cesaro's moment to finally do it. So I've got to go with Cesaro. Going to be a hell of a match. Yeah, Cesaro and him going to put on the best match of the night. Oh, definitely. For sure they are. Two best in-ring workers that he probably has right now on the main roster. So yeah, it's going to be a barn burner. Give them a half hour, give them 40 minutes, and they'll tear it up. And I hope they do get enough time to tear it up. But yeah, Cesaro's got to win it, and they've got to push Cesaro after this. They can't keep mehing him, but he looks like he's going to do something, and then you go meh, nah. Push him to the moon. It's time for that. And beating Seth is that, because Seth's a big character here in the WWE. And now the main event of night one, the SmackDown Women's Championship, Bianca Belair, Sasha Banks, a match with no real build. It's just the Royal Rumble winner versus the champion, which is obvious because Bianca won the Royal Rumble. But there's nothing to it, and them trying to put them in the tag title scene and get all that shit going and to make Sasha heel just hasn't worked. I just don't care. In the rivalry factor, is it going to be a good match? Oh, hell yeah. Do I know who's going to win it? Yeah, I think Bianca Belair's got to win it. This is her moment. She is the EST of WWE. She's going to be the EST of WrestleMania. She's going to do it. That big go-home moment for night one, and that big happy moment for everyone in attendance. Bianca Belair lifting the SmackDown Women's Championship. So yeah, you've kind of got to go for Bianca Belair winning the belt here. Night two. This is actually an interesting match. Kevin Owens, not much build to it. Only recent weeks, and you got the Logan Paul thing in there, which is great. I think Logan Paul's a nice guy, it seems. It's like he built on a lot of things. Now he's becoming a good guy. And he's going to be involved in this match. Something's going to happen. We know it is. Probably going to involve him attacking Sami Zayn, I'd assume. Because they've got this whole thing built recently with Logan Paul being Sami Zayn's guest, but Logan Paul isn't really massively agreeing with Sami Zayn. So maybe it's going to be an interesting one. I want Kevin Owens to get his WrestleMania moment and win, but it's going to be it's not going to happen. It's going to be Kevin Owens to win it, and that's just simply that. These two are going to put on a mad match. They always do. It's one of the best rivalries. The rivalry that's always came back to the tag team, the rival. They tag team their rival. It fucking works. So we're going to go and Kevin Owens, and it's going to be a great match. What a way to start night 2. I'm assuming it'll start night 2. Match 2, the Nigerian drum fight. A match that no one has a clue what the hell this means, and none of the dirt sheets are telling you, because they don't know themselves, and neither does anyone in WWE. But it's going to be amazing. I really do. Apollo Crews, Big E 2. They're going to put on a barn burner. It's going to be brutal, I'd assume. It's going to be this violent fight. And it's going to be Apollo Crews' moment, as much as Big E could be built. But Big E's going to be built, but now Big E's going to go into the main title scene, I'd assume, from here. So it's like, take him out of that, give the Intercontinental title to Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews can do some great work in the mid-card. He's in main event level, so keeping the mid-card, keeping the Intercontinental title, he'll do great things, and I really do believe in him on that. Now, United States Championship match. One Intercontinental United States, and I'm going to put my money here on a retain. Not many retains on this card, I've realised. I've put a lot of titles to change hands. But here, I think the titles got retained. It's just, I don't know why they've gave Sheamus a title shot. Can him and Riddle put on a good fight? Yeah. Is Riddle probably going to have an amazing entrance? Hopefully. Is this going to be good? Yeah. I don't see there being a bad match at WrestleMania this year. Maybe Braun and Shane's going to be the worst. Actually, the women's tag team match. That will be the worst. But yeah, I can see Matt Riddle easily winning this here. Sheamus doesn't have any reason to win the belt. It just doesn't make sense. Riddle was never going to win the belt. It's supposed to be Keith Lee, but Keith Lee isn't here. Maybe Keith Lee could make his return, make him a heel. It could work, and we could then have Keith Lee, Matt Riddle from there onwards. That would be great. But Keith Lee, I don't know what's happening with him, but Riddle's got to win here. Simple as that. No real build apart from the fact that Sheamus pushed Matt Riddle off his scooter and whacked him with a scooter. Now the Raw Women's title match. A match that crap, my chair's broken, so if I keep moving, that's why. Asuka, Rhea Ripley. Should have been Charlotte Flair. Rhea Ripley was scared they were going to add it in and make it a triple threat. Would have been a bit shit to have that. But this is going to be good. And normally the one who replaces wins the belt. And I think this is the chance for that to happen again. And I think they should have went into this anyway with these as the match. Ripley versus Charlotte Flair for the women's title. Charlotte Flair should have went into WrestleMania as champion to make up for last year, and Ripley this year beats Charlotte a year in the making, a year after she just couldn't get the job done. But is she going to do it to Asuka? Yeah, she's the woman who stopped Shayna Baszler, the longest reigning NXT Women's Champion of all time. I think she's going to go and do it to Asuka. Main roster debut, WrestleMania, second time round. Is it going to go well? Yeah, Rhea Ripley to win. Simple as. There really isn't many matches here. There's a lot of matches, just not much to say on it. The feud of the century, this has been a great feud. It's been really well carried as well with the Fiend out and Alexa Bliss, what she's done. So you got to say, Alexa Bliss, congratulations, you've done this. Don't know what this match is going to be. It can't be a simple match. That doesn't make sense that they're going to go, these two last fought inside an Inferno match. Never get into WrestleMania in a normal match. No, these two want to kill each other. Let them kill each other. I'm hoping there's no rules. I'd love to see a cinematic match. I'd love to see them take it backstage and it'd be cinematic. And we can have some good shit there. Because that's what happened last year. Firefly Funhouse match was mad. So let them do that. But I've got to say the Fiend's going to win it here. The Fiend's going to kill the Legend Killer. Alexa Bliss is going to have something to do. There's going to be some mad shenanigans. There's going to be some mad moments. This has been a great feud. I honestly want it to end. But I don't see how it ends now. What do you do with the Fiend after this? Who's he going to go for now? he's just getting retribution against anyone who's wronged him. Who's next that wronged him? That's still to be seen. Maybe bring Punk back and we can have that. That'd be an interesting one, actually, but Punk ain't coming back. But yeah, Fiend's going to be Randy Orton here, simple as. And the main event, it is time for the main event. This is a very quick video. I've realised it's legit going to be like 20 minutes most. It should have been one-on-one. I don't know whether I did Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan did it on Bourbon Street, so yeah, 7 years ago now. And they all came back from their big things. Daniel Bryan came back from retirement years ago after neck injury. Edge came back 9 years later after neck injury. Roman had his leukemia stuff. It's really big, and they're the main event in WrestleMania Night 2. It's going to be great. It's going to be an amazing match. I think Bryan's there to take the pin just to keep Roman or Edge still built. And I think 10 years in the making, Edge had to relinquish the title. I think 10 years to the day that the match happens. So there's the story, and there's Edge winning the belt, and I think that's what's going to happen. Edge is going to win the belt. May not be a long feud, long reign. I think he might hold it for a bit, lose it at SummerSlam probably to Reigns again. Let Reigns go back on a tear, because Reigns never lost the belt by being pinned, as Paul Heyman will probably remind you a million times. And then that will be them. Roman will continue his stuff with his as being a dominant force and shit like that. We have Big E in the meantime. We have Cesaro. We have some good matches with Edge. Simple as. And then we can get back to Roman Reigns doing stuff. But for now, Roman can kill Daniel Bryan for a couple of months. I think that's how to do it. But yeah, I've got to go. Edge is going to win the belt here. Going to be mad. Yeah. And there will be a forfeit if I don't get 70% of the predictions across WrestleMania. And also Takeover. I also checked Impact. It's not for a couple of weeks, so we're not going to do that. But yeah, so I'm going to say, yeah, this is going to be interesting. I've got to have a good result, and I think I will have a good result. But it's just one of them that we don't quite know what's going to happen. And I would do my normal intro, and it's difficult because this chair, you can see it's like a fucking buckaroo. But I don't know what the saying there, but yeah. But anyway, guys, I will see you in the next one, because yeah, this is the predictions. This is a short video. It's not going to be like the other one, too much talking in that one, but this one isn't as much. But for now, so I'll see you guys in the next one. So for now, goodbye, mwah, and a good night. Oh, I need to fall off the chair. Good night. That way.